morning! It's January 18th, Tuesday, 2017. I did that kind of out of order. And it's gloomy outside. It's pretty gross. Look. I mean, I guess if I turn on windshield wipers so you can see, but see, it's gross. I love cold weather, but I also like sunshine. So like sunshiny cold weather, I know that happens like places, just not that often in Texas. So please let it be sunshiny later today. We'll see. I'm about to head off to work. Time today moved faster than normal. Does that make sense to anyone? Have you ever had a time where you were like, I've got this amount of time, that's plenty of time to get ready, and then time just like sped up? So like every minute was actually 2 minutes and you run out of time. I actually am leaving a little earlier than I thought I would, but that's kind of because I abandoned making my lunch today. I was gonna make a sandwich and take some chips and stuff and continue on my taking lunch to work that I brought from home. And I did it. I ran out of time, but I did grab some string cheese, some pepperonis for protein and yumminess, and some kettle corn. So I might have some popcorn in that later, and then I'm just gonna have a granola bar for breakfast. It's kind of a quick day, but yeah, so I'm headed off to work. I've got a bunch of meetings today, so I don't know how much what I'm really gonna do today, but I've got meetings kind of back to back. So yeah, here's to a great day. Arrgh. Okay, so I'm stopped at a stoplight, and this person behind me, doesn't have their lights on while it's all gloomy outside like I showed you, and they're driving like 20 miles under the speed limit. It's insane. I have to go to work. Okay, fun fact number one about me: when I really get laughing, I get this old man wheeze laugh happening, and it just happened again. My tummy hurts. Word. This might be my favorite Snapchat of all time.
Look at my floppy ears. They're so cute. Oh, it's snowing. Look at my floppy ears. They're so cute.
I don't know why it's so funny.
Look at my floppy ears.
And it just keeps repeating. Oh my god. Yeah. I didn't explain really what was happening in that clip. Ashley kind of made me rediscover Snapchat. And so in doing so, I found the ones with the filters where you can record yourself saying things with like funny faces. And I got so tickled with this last night. I was laughing so hard I was crying. I was making myself laugh insanely. So the one I'm laughing at work, like I'm still laughing at it today, even though it happened last night. It was that funny, at least to me it was. So I'm gonna insert, I was able to save the Snapchat I'm listening to in the clip just a second ago. I'm gonna insert it here, like now, and so you can get the full effect. I'm sure it's probably not funny to anybody else but me, but I laughed so hard. Like, I was doing the Snapchat with the ears, the bunny ears or whatever they are. Apparently I can't decipher which animal I am. There was one I thought it was a fox, and apparently I was a deer, but I guess I don't know animals. But I was a bunny, and I was looking at the ears, and then all of a sudden it started snowing, and I didn't know that it was going to, and that was my genuine surprise. Oh my god, it's snowing. But while I was the rabbit in the clip, yeah, just watch.
Look at my floppy ears. They're so cute. Oh, it's snowing.
Was that as funny to you as it was to me? Probably not. But it's still, to this day, which is later in the day today, but still, I laugh so hard when I watch it. It makes me chuckle completely. I get my old man wheeze back. So Ashley just told me that I'm old enough to be cool at listening to Disney music. I don't know what that means, but I love Disney music. Trying to get my second subscriber, and it's literally taking so many minutes because she's having to reset her password because YouTube is horrible. Come on, guys. So I'm old. I think we've kind of established that now. I felt like I was up with the times, but Snapchat is new to me, even though it's been around forever. now at this point, and so Ashley's been showing it to me, and I've been trying really hard to learn, and it's really difficult, but I was just trying to figure out how to refer to Snapchats that you get. Like Twitter, you tweet someone, and so I was like, oh, did I get some snaps? Like, is that what you say? Or do you say Snapchats? What are your thoughts about this? I mean, do you call it something else? My one subscriber. Oh, wait, no, two. I have 2 subscribers now. There's Gloria. Look at her. She's running away. It's the end of the day. Woohoo! I'm always afraid that this door is going to open. Yes, it's on. Okay. Oh, say hi. So it's really blustery. It's like cold outside. It's still winter. I really don't understand what people do when they're driving. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. They're crazy. We have horrible, horrible driving in Texas. They're crazy. I can't decide what to do for dinner. I had like a really light breakfast because I was running late this morning, which meant that I had a really light lunch because I didn't have time to even make a sandwich. So I had snacks for lunch, and now I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good. Maybe I'm too hungry. Does that happen to you, where you just get so hungry that you can't even decide what you want to eat? I'm going to go in for a second, because I'm at my apartment, and decide what I want to do. I'm not really sure. The one thing I did decide today was that I wanted to start a vlog bucket list. So things to do, I guess in general, but while vlogging. And the first thing on my vlogging bucket list is so out of left field. It's so crazy. I was wearing, I don't know if you could tell earlier during the day, I was wearing this shirt that was completely, looked like gold leaf, really shiny, and I wasn't really sure about it. And everybody really seemed to love it, but I felt like an Oscar statue, you know, like with the guy where he's like standing there and so I was talking to this lady at work, and she said, hey, that's a funny story. I actually had to make a life-size Oscar statue from a person, like wrap somebody in paper mache and like create a life-size version. So I'm going to do the chibi version of that. But I'd love, maybe during Oscar season, which is coming up, to do a life-size version of an Oscar statue. How funny and weird would that be? I officially have 3 subscribers! Woohoo! So I was just walking out to my car, and my apartments don't have fireplaces, so it's got to be a house around here. But it smells so good. Ugh, I love the smell of fireplaces, like the smell of burning lumber, or sticks, or whatever you put in your fireplace. It smells so good. Like, that's the reason why I want a fireplace, is for the smell alone. I know I'm a little weird, but it smells so good. Okay, so does anybody else run really fast from their car into their house when they realize that like a neighbor has just pulled in and they're gonna be out? Like, especially if you live in an apartment complex. I'm not a big neighbor person, and so anytime I see my neighbors, I feel like they can hear me. Anytime I see my neighbors pull in, I run really fast to get inside my apartment so I don't have to like awkwardly say hi. Anybody else do that? Am I weird? It's about 10:30 and I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I just spent the last few hours talking to Steve on the phone. He comes home this weekend, so I'm really excited. And yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm still trying to find something to add to the end of that. I'll see you tomorrow. Catchphrase. I'm gonna be happy when I find one finally.